Listen, dude, I'm done with it.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? We'll see. Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition,
I'm here.
bone face?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just dropped.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
God. My nigga.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys, to give them the right understanding so that they'll know, man.
Hope y'all good.
What you mean? This my man's party.
Down, bro.
What the fuck you mean? I'm on the list.
I just said you ain't on the list, bro. Hold on, nigga. Let us figure some shit out.
Who the fuck are you? FGB Duck? Kirk Franklin looking ass nigga? Let me in the fucking building. Beat y'all motherfucking ass. Bro, stop. Bro, my man's in there. Hello? Yeah, these big bitch ass niggas ain't let me in. Hoe ass niggas. Bro, I'm about to shoot this bitch up, dog. Y'all dumb as hell. You must don't know what the fuck I am.
hey, Jake, man, come on. Hey, let him good, bro.
Nah, talking about this shit, bro.
He always talk shit.
Getting money. Is y'all getting money?
Hey, Smoke.
Is y'all getting money around this bitch? Look at your face.
Check me, he good.
Man, get the fuck out my way. Pussy. Get the fuck out my way.
Come on, Jack, chill out. Jack, chill out.
You got to know exactly who you are. Lord, have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
So, most of the times in a relationship, one person is ugly. Would you rather be ugly, or would you be okay with me being ugly?
Who told you that?
It's always an ugly person in a relationship. I ain't the ugly one. You the ugly one.
That damn dog you bought.
My dog ugly?
Yes.
I'm talking about out of me and you, who ugly? I'm fine.
I mean, beauty is in the beyond, the whole my eyes, whatever they say.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yo. What's up, y'all? It's Cali West, and I do thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. So yeah, man. So some of y'all viewing because maybe some of y'all are Cardi B fans, or some of y'all might have even noticed the other topic that we have tonight. So let's talk about it. With that being said, I don't see no one in the chat room right now, but it's all good. I appreciate everybody who's still tuning in there anyway. So yeah, we probably have Cardi B fans in the house. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, I mean, matter of fact, let's see here. Where's it at? Now y'all probably remember, well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. But what she said about that, like, a few days, because after the Super Bowl, it was assumed that they broke up. And then, of course, she admitted to the world that she broke up with him. As a matter of fact, where is that? I want to show you that part real quick before we go any further. That way we could just set the tone and what's going on here. My bad, y'all. I ain't gonna cap. I gotta have a couple things going on. Shoot, I was trying to see if I could have a, I was trying to see if I could have a Gortita come through, but I think I might have asked her a little too late. And I ain't gonna cap. I be answering messages hella late myself. So yeah. But anyway, without, y'all not here to hear all about that bullshit. I'm just, I guess, passing along while I'm trying to find this video that I want to show y'all real quick. Oh. I think I finally found it. Okay. I think I found it. Let's see here. Salute to XL Pro for checking in. I appreciate you, G. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, let's hear what she got to say. Where's it at? Here.
You guys been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music. I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or from my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to not afraid. I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell.
You don't find that suspicious? 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 You don't find that?
Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Now, you see where she said that they've been broken up, right? So that brings up what we talk about here today. So I guess Cardi B has not, well, other than that, she has not really said much. But I guess basically now started to come out the exact reason why. I mean, we already kind of knew that's because, he got hoes. I mean, at the same time, it was kind of stupid because she should have, I mean, come on now. You cannot expect, all right, if you're cheating with someone, right, you cannot expect to be, you cannot expect a dude who is cheating with you to be faithful to you. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far as to say Steffon Diggs was even an idiot for even getting her pregnant, even getting with her in the first place, because what she would do, hey, what she would do to he, she would do to thee. You feel me? I mean, that's pretty common sense. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. But ironically, this hoe still ended up having to drop Steffon Diggs anyway. Let's see here. Okay. Which article was it? I think it was Hip Hop News who had it. Oh yeah, Hot New Hip Hop. Now, before I go any further, I gotta, give props to my boys. P. Francis comes through. He says, "What up, chat? What up, Cali? Yo, salute. I appreciate you, free agent for life. And by the way, thank you for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Longtime supporter and Coach Gang member. So I salute you, my G.
My nigga.
Yeah, man, for real. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You supported again, P. Francis? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me give you my some true respect. Now he says on the Cash App, just caught the live. Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
He ain't lying.
My nigga.
For real, man. I appreciate the love, P. Francis. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Bet that up, bro. Bet that up. So yeah, man. So we got P. Francis, we got Exa Pro TLR, you know what I'm saying? The host with the most. He says she a clown ass bitch. That's essentially what he's saying in that emoji. And yeah, Cardi B is a fucking idiot, bro. She is an idiot. I mean, because let's be real. I mean, you cheat on a man while you're pregnant and you expect loyalty? Get the fuck out of here.
I can't believe you did this. I'm appalled. You ain't Paul. You a nigga that's still.
Let's see here. Oh, my bad. Just so your Cardi B haters could see where I get my information from. Cardi B reportedly dumped Steffon Diggs days before the Super Bowl.
Emotional damage.
Now, where am I at? Okay. So it says Steffon Diggs and the New England Patriots ended up getting blown out by the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. It says Cardi B reportedly broke up with Steffon Diggs just days before the New England Patriots lost to the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl, according to the report from US Weekly. Just weeks earlier, she had joined him on the field in celebrating the Patriots' win in the AFC Championship. Yeah, remember when she cussed out a little white girl? Yeah, I remember that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really him. You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Now it says they're always There's also there says there are always so up and down. The insider told the outlet that isn't the first time they have broken up. In turn, Cardi B is apparently single as she embarks on her Little Miss Drama tour. Cardi is single and putting herself out there again. Um, out there again.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Well, hey, a hoe's gonna be a hoe. What can we say? Now, of course, it says, this, and I quote, he betrayed her so many times. Her friends have been trying to show her that he is not right for her and she deserved better. What? Excuse me?
Nasty bitch.
And
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Yo, Cardi B got exactly what she deserved. Yo, why do people just think that women just deserve good men? Yo, good men deserve good women. Good men do not deserve Cardi B. Come on now, bruh.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
As it says, so if his team had won and the cameras were in her face, she would have took it back. Oh, hell yeah. Yo. Hey. Hey, as far as you're concerned, they would have never broke up, bro.
You ain't lying.
Because look, if they're supposed to have broken up, but she still spent money on that, you know what I'm saying, on like all the Super Bowl party and all that shit, right? Nah, bruh. Yeah, she definitely would have stayed with his ass, bruh.
It can't be like this.
It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
XL Pro says in regard to Cardi B, he says, wait a minute. Who are you? Yeah, like, bitch, what? It says rumors of a rift between Cardi B and Diggs began at the Super Bowl, where Cardi B left after her appearance during the Bad Bunny halftime show, which the game ended. The two unfollowed one another on Instagram. Now it says Cardi B, let's see here. Cardi B went public with her relationship with Steffon Diggs last year. Amid her divorce from Offset in November, they welcomed their first child together. Let's see here. Now it says, while Cardi has not yet officially comment on her breakup with Diggs, she did seemingly imply they were done in a recent concert with Little Miss Drama. Let me tell you something. Just because I ain't fucking with my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my baby daddy, bitch, she said on stage, seemingly referencing BIA. I don't know what the fuck she talking about.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Now, since the rapper had joked about Diggs' performance in the Super Bowl by shading Cardi in a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, which y'all boys could always follow your boy Cali West Miami on Twitter. You feel me? X.com, Cali West Miami. Now, anyway, I guess this rapper BIA shows about Diggs' performance in the Super Bowl by shading Cardi in a post on X. Says, can you name someone more? Can you name someone with more baby mamas than receiving yards? I can. She remarked. Diggs finished the game with 3 receptions for 37 yards. Oh boy.
Silence, you fuddy fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
As we continue. Yeah, man. Can it be that it was all so simple? When did I drop that Cardi B video? Damn. I forgot when I even dropped that video. I dropped that on the 16th. Okay. Oh, so I dropped it on the 16th. So that means I got something to share. And I think I got a comment I gotta read. XL Pro says, like, share, subscribe, Cash App, $, Cali West 1. Follow x.com, formerly known as Twitter, Cali West, Miami. Salute, my bro. I appreciate you.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys, to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Now, Monk Dan comes in. He says, Jam City Crew, replay gang. Yes, sir.
Jam and round.
Like Jam City.
He also says, he said, I wouldn't do that to you.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jam and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Official, Cardi B confirmed it. She done with Steffon Diggs. So if you don't know what's going on, Steffon Diggs just went to the Super Bowl with the New England Patriots, and he invited everybody, his baby mamas, his besties, and I guess Cardi B ain't like that. I don't know. I'm confused about this situation. I need you guys to comment down below. You can't invite your besties to the Super Bowl?
I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or from my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell. I don't know if you guys been getting clues.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Well, matter of fact, I swear I had another video that I wanted to share about that.
Don't have time. Once wrong vibes are detected, positions are completely switched. See how he's leaving the table with everything that he bought.
Emotional damage.
I thought that was another video, but that's okay. I think there was one more. I think I had one more.
Your number.
My number?
Yes.
Okay. And you? Single? Are you single? Or
Yeah, I'm single.
do you have
No, I'm
husband?
single. Boyfriend broke my heart.
See this useless lady. My boyfriend broke my heart. Why won't your boyfriend break your heart? See, you just met this Russian guy. You don't even know if he's a ghost or not. You go open legs for him, eh?
Shout the season, man. Shout the season, man. This nigga bought big black son. And the nigga selling houses, son. Yo, bring Tupac back, son. Bring Tupac back, son.
This is a sick Negro.
Wasn't a video anyway. But with that being said, let's segue to the other part of the show. Because like I said, I don't know if people are here to tune in to hear about Cardi B feeling betrayed, even though she was straight getting banged out by a guy while she was carrying her third child by Offset. Now she's a 2-time baby mama, bruh. Sheesh.
This is a sick Negro.
She made her choice. Now, with that being said, there's a topic that I wanted to talk about. Malcolm X. Now, you know that, a lot of people are not satisfied with Trump. Or, well, there's a lot of Democrats who do not like Trump. And they just don't like Trump just because he's Trump, right? Now, you can have your opinion about him, but I just kind of feel like, how can you have an opinion about Trump, but then not have opinions about Joe Biden, about Gavin Newsom, essentially telling Black people that they can't get an SAT score past 1,000 points or over a 960 and all that. Like, selective outrage is definitely what it is. Now, with that being said, I want to play something, a clip from Malcolm X that he said in like 1963 or in the 60s, right? That has to that segues into our discussion tonight. Because I did play a clip last night that, had to do with this, but unfortunately the clip was jacked up and nobody could hear nothing. It actually had no volume. And I don't know why I can't go to my history. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna share this because this is just gonna just start it off, and then we're gonna talk about it in a little bit and just see what your opinions are on this, right? Okay, we got 33 people watching live. Okay, can we get some more? Let's see here. All right, okay. Let me show this YouTube video first. And then we get to this. Here we go.
These are parrots that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. Being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things. I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
And I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
Now, if y'all want, what I meant to do was now, if y'all want to check, that's actually a video that you can find, a long video of that if y'all want, but I don't want to even go there. Only because of the fact that y'all can find out on yourselves. But I just want to lay it down some points So there's a video that I tried to play last night, and the video would not play. But hey, I got it today.
Black conservative who said in those 3 chapters that he voted in 1964 for Barry Goldwater. But why did Alex Haley take out those 3 chapters? Alex Haley did not want the American people, especially black folk, to know that Malcolm was a black conservative. You are talking about the synagogue of Satan. And I'm going to say this before we close out. The Audubon Ballroom, where Malcolm died on the 21st of February, 1965. The week before Malcolm's death, that ballroom was bought by a security company out of London called Serco, S-E-R-C-O. The same company had That's another topic for another day. See, these rabbit holes, and to the average person, I'm going to say this and let you go. I don't mean to wear you out. To the average person, they think this is crazy. So wait a minute. Serco bought the Audubon Ballroom, and then the day after Malcolm's death on the 22nd, they sold it back to the city of New York.
Coincidence.
That's it. Yeah. And so I'm going to say is the Nation of Islam created the atmosphere for the assassination of Malcolm X. But I don't believe Louis Farrakhan or people in the Nation of Islam was a part of the conspiracy. It was a combination of the CIA, the FBI, and a rogue element within the NYPD called BOSSI, the Bureau of Special Investigations. They had set up cops to be a part of Malcolm's, organization, Muslim mosque temple. And so they infiltrated Malcolm because Malcolm was exposing the Luciferic heptagon, septagon deep state. Malcolm was a black conservative. And that is my end today of the immaculate deception of history.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
It can't be like this. It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
You said it's all bullshit. All of it.
So just remember that when y'all decide that you're just gonna just vote for Democrats. And if you think about it, let's just be real. Y'all might agree or disagree with me or not, but do Democrats even represent black people for real? And when I say this, here's the thing. The reason why they want to push the Reading Rainbow agenda and they want to push for that and push for, transition rights and all this stuff is because they are really taken away from the real issue, which is the black man. The whole I hate to say this, but even the civil rights movement and so the civil rights bill, even though the civil rights movement was so black men and black people as a whole could rise up, because here's the thing, if the black man cannot rise up, the black family doesn't rise up. And it's pretty obvious because we have had 60 years of black women being the ambassador of the black community and is a shithole. Many black men are, they're becoming expats. Many black men are dating white women or dating Spanish women and stuff like that. And where do you think these mulatto kids is coming from? Yes, a lot of these mulatto kids are coming from black women too. But guess what? A lot of these mulatto kids, if you start asking them, you're gonna find out that their fathers are black, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, damn, it's kind of interesting. Like, huh, okay. Now, with that being said, ever since the black woman has become the ambassador of the black community, the black community has been, nothing. It's went from bad to worse. And that's because we as black people fought against our own well-being. Because Now let's see here. Now, with that being said, like for example, deleting or early termination, that's against the black community. Um, wanting more welfare and more government aid, that keeps the black man out of the community or out the household. These are things that we're voting for as Democrats that are going against our community, which is crazy. Now, Monk Dan says, what's the plan for a black conservative? Well, I will say this much. See, it's funny that you asked me that, Monk Dan, because you're part of the free agent lifestyle. One of the things is never to box yourself in. Repeat this. You could have a Democratic stance, but then still know that Trump was a better candidate than Kamala Harris. But if you're gonna sit down here and say that Kamala Harris was a great candidate and she would have been a better president, then I guess we're entitled to our own opinion, but I just believe you're just being disingenuous. I'm just hypothetically speaking here. I'm just giving that as an example. You don't necessarily have to be a Republican, but I mean, can't you not just say, you know what, this person is doing a better job? Like, for example, Barack Obama. The reason why Barack Obama won is because Republicans voted for him as well as Democrats. That's something that's undisputable. That's something that never been disputed. They never said Obama stole the election or anything like that. That's because after the whole Bush administration, they wanted somebody else. But unfortunately, Obama just continued with a lot of Bush things, and he implemented even worse things on the American people. So, like I said, I'm not here to go tell you what to do. All I'm trying to say is just that you should maybe expand your mind to maybe see that the Democrats are not necessarily for you. Now, here's the thing. Do I think voting Republican will necessarily fix black people's problems? I think in theory it could, because if you keep on voting for Democratic policies, that's not going to further the black community. So I think even though the Republicans may not do anything specifically for black people, I do believe black people could benefit. Like, for example, having ICE remove illegals from the country, that's a benefit for black people, because guess what? If they let legals stay in the country, those illegals are going to be able to not only work for less, but guess what? A matter of fact, the reason why they're dumping illegals in this country anyway is not for black people's benefit. It was actually so they didn't need the black people's vote. What about that?
He ain't lying.
So let's see here. So we have, oh shit, I got my boy Jay Flo here in the house. He says, salute to Cali West, Exa Pro, P Francis, Monk Dan, and the chat. Old Jam City? Why the Old Jam City though?
Jam and round.
Like Jam City.
It can't be like this. It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
Now, that's funny. He says, J Flow then says, Kamala is a Marxist. Oh, yeah. Look, man, most of them are, bruh. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. See, two things could be true at the same time. She might have been a Marxist, but guess what? She was definitely a capitalist first. She was definitely a capitalist.
I quote a great Negro spiritual. Bitches ain't shit.
You end up peeling back the layers of communism. You end up realizing the people who are powerful for communism, they always make sure that they live in mansions, they eating good food. You know what I'm saying? They tend to, get the best health care. They tend to make sure they take care of the people at the top, though, don't they? Now, Monk Dan then says, but what's the plan for black conservatives? What do you mean? What's the plan for black conservatives, Monk Dan? Like, Because you literally just asked the same question again, my brother. Can you elaborate a little bit? Because I think I already told you. I think I already answered that question, but it's okay. We got to elaborate again. This is my message to black people. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, independent, you don't vote. You don't have to vote against, you don't have to vote against your own, you don't have to vote against yourself. Just because you might not like Donald Trump doesn't mean that you have to like Kamala. Just because you don't like Donald Trump doesn't mean that you have to be okay with illegals that don't even look like you come into the country. Because here's the thing. When they was deporting Haitians off the coast in the Clinton administration, nobody had anything to say. When when the Obama administration was deporting Haitians, nobody had anything to say. Some black Americans did actually point out the fact that they was racially sending out the Haitians, but then letting in the Cubans in the country. What my point is that just because you're a Democrat doesn't mean that you have to vote conservative. Maybe next election, if you like a Democrat, maybe you could vote Democrat. But you're just voting blue no matter who is ridiculous. So I don't have to have a plan for you. All I'm saying is that have your own mind. If you don't think kids should be transitioned from boys to girls, you don't have to vote for the party that wants to do that. You could vote for the party that's not going to do that. Now, J Flo says Kamala is a Willie Brown side piece. No thanks.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Then Monk then asked, what does the conservatives offer? You know what they offer? They offer that kids at least have the right to still be kids. And at 18, if they want to go and chop off their pee-pee, or they want to go try to make their, they want to go and try to act like they're a dude or cut, or they want to cut off their titties or whatever. Go ahead. After you're 18, that's what they offer. Now, J Flo says old ladies need love too. They sure do. They sure do. J Flo says Kamala sold her book like a capitalist and married a white man. She sure did, didn't she?
You sell some! It's all bullshit. All of it.
Now, J Flo says America is about staking your own claim. Handouts will never forge a champion. Now, he also says structure until adulthood. And you know what's actually ironic too? Shout out to Angry Man. Shout out to Angry Man Valdez and Beto Nation. You know what Angry Man actually said? He mentioned the fact that that I think he was mentioning the fact that Republicans when they get money or they get donations is usually from hardworking people. There are lobbyists and some people who do support them, of course. I mean, every president, I think every party does. But on a Democratic side, the reason why Kamala got so much money was because she had rich people. She had her constituents and her lobbyists that were giving her money. And the thing is that, yeah, I'm not saying that Republicans are all perfect because, like I said, you could say, like, for example, there's a lot of things that Republicans did that weren't necessarily good, but I would honestly say probably what's crazy is that you could probably say, okay, Republicans allowed drugs to come to this nation, right? And that's really, really bad because that did destroy a community. But you know what's really messed up? Is that before the Clinton administration just put the kibosh to that, to the people bringing it in, what they did to the lower level, they just locked up the black man by introducing the 94 crime bill. Even people that did non-violent crimes were going to jail for their life. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's not my job to tell you how to vote or what to believe. But at the same time, like what I don't understand, and I would like Monk Dan to answer this, is how can you stick up for a party that believes that parents have a right to change someone's gender? How are you okay with that? That would be my question to you. How would you be okay with that? Like that's when, to me, that's when I no longer was Democrat. When the things are just going too out of whack, and they don't care about black men. Oh, and by the way, the Clinton administration is Bill Clinton is the one who signed the deadbeat dad law. By the way, Monk Dan. So they made, and guess what? Who has more trouble paying child support? Isn't it not black men? Because black men are disenfranchised. So these are the people that you're cool with. These are the people that you're like, sticking up for tonight. Jay Flo says Kamal played the Indian card before the black card. She sure did. Yo, I am a Jamaican American, and I'm gonna just say this right now. There are some Jamaicans who are not even black at all. There's white Jamaicans. There are Chinese Jamaicans. There are Jamaicans. There are Chinese people who were born in Jamaica. Their mom is Jamaican. No, their mom is Chinese. Their dad is Chinese, but they were born in the Jamaica. They were born in the British colony of Jamaica, or the British magistrate of Jamaica. They're still Chinese, right? But nationality-wise, they are Jamaican. Kamala was an Indian. As a matter of fact, she might have been Indian/white, actually, her dad. Now I think about it. Her dad might have even been a whoish. Monk Dan says, I'm not sticking up for either party. I despise both. Okay, all right. And here's the thing. You despise both, but you live in this country. Do you not believe that you should still take part? Even if you, I mean, I'm just kind of saying, like, if a certain party is saying, okay, you know what, it should be okay for parents to change the, gender of a child. So does that mean that you just let them vote for that, or what? I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I do know. What do you do? Like, do you not care about children? Do you want children to get harmed? Do you not think children should be children and make their own decisions as adults? So I'm just saying, like, you could despise both, but then still vote accordingly. I will believe. Jay Flo says, word Monk Dan, I'm about Team USA. The parties are only good for division. All right, so let me ask you a question. So with that being said, though, as much as that may be true, right, that y'all saying, because guess what? Y'all both, as a matter of fact, two things could be simultaneously true. Just because they're both kind of shady, does that mean that you just let the shadier one, do what they want to children? Do you mean that you let the shadier one just destroy the last place that you could even have any sense of freedom? Because guess what? What other place is better than America? What other place is better than America? What other place is better than the United States? America's so great, it's to the point that people who are illegals or people who are not supposed to be in the country break the law to get into this country. Now, Monk Dan says 2 wings, but the same bird. They're both doing the same shit. No, they're not. One party. Look, all right. Did you watch the State of the Union address? State of the Union last night? Did you watch it? Well, one party Look, one party puts Americans first before illegals. One party doesn't. One party is okay with kids, going from boy to girl. Another party is not. And that was made very apparent last night, Monk Dan. So they're not two wings of the same bird, and they're not for the same shit. That's wrong, man. That's false. And it's funny, Monk Dan, because brother, man, like, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? What's ironic is you're a philosophy guy. Ooh. Shit, I think I had a moth in my room. Anyway, long story short is, I'm just saying though, Monk Dan, you're into philosophy. So if you're into philosophy, you know about Socrates, right? Socrates, he was the most famous philosopher of all time, right? Socrates did not believe that everyone should have a right to vote. The reason why Socrates did not believe everyone should have the right to vote is because he didn't believe that, that no one should have the right to vote. What he believed was, in order to be able to vote, you must understand government and understand how government works, and about laws and how how government and economics and laws work. He believed that you were ignorant and you did not know much about government, you should not be able to vote. That was his stance. Socrates, great philosopher, and I know you're into philosophy. Look that up. Socrates was not into everyone voting, and that was his stance. And it kind of rings true because, I had to say, brother, that's not true, my G. You feel me? We're a fellowship here. We're here to put people on game. You could agree to disagree on that. You could even do your own research on that. But they're not the same. Now, as far as world domination and things like that, we could maybe argue about that, or maybe we could kind of maybe find common ground into that. But no, they're not. Both parties are not the same, man. That's false, man. See, the thing is, that's kind of how they kind of work too. They kind of want you to either be blue, or they kind of want you to think that both are just bad, and that's not true. And like I said, both parties have bad people, but the question is, are you going to go voting for bad shit, or at least let bad shit get voted for? And J Flo says, I'm on the side of winning. That's the conservative side. Right. Now, Monk Dad says, which party is on the F list? Well, you know what's crazy? Based off of the knowledge of what we know, it has been more Democrats who have been showing up on the Epstein list than anybody else. J Flo says, one party stands and the other kneels. A man should never kneel unless it's to God himself. Mel, salute, bro. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but like the Democrats, they like to control, they like a lot of government control. I don't know if y'all know this. Do y'all know that Black Republicans had control of North Carolina, but because of a newspaper owner who was friends of Theodore Roosevelt is the reason why Black Republicans were removed from their office? Do y'all know that? I discussed that here before, but I guess no one cared. But this guy, he was so prominent enough he was able to support Theodore Roosevelt to becoming the president. And Theodore Roosevelt was trying to run for like 3 terms, remember? He was trying to run for 3 terms. And guess what? He was the one, then Jim Crow was going on. Like when they put in Jim Crow, hey, Roosevelt was the one who did not care. And he is on record for saying, not so great stuff about Black people. And he was a Democrat. Hello. Now, he might have been a great president. Like, for example, how they kind of, I guess how they kind of changed the country because they was doing the industrial age and construction and stuff like that, right? But that could have been possibly done by any president, technically. But, like I said, two things could be true at the same time. He could have been a great economist. That doesn't mean that he wasn't a racist or even supported racism like Jim Crow and removal of black Republicans. Like I said, at the end of the day, you're right. You're able to make your own decision as man and woman. You feel me? But it's almost good to kind of have the information to know the information, and to know that Malcolm X was voting, for Republicans. That is something that is something that needs to be discussed. This is something that needs. I'm gonna go and make sure that everyone knows about this, because why do black people feel compelled that they have to vote Democrat? We voted Democrat for 60 years. Democrats put the Civil Rights Bill, and guess what? You know what the Civil Rights Bill did? The Civil Rights Bill gave rights to white women, disabled people, black women, everyone else but the black man. Because guess what? They know if they help the black man, then guess what? The black community will thrive and have more babies. But guess what? They wanted to put in, separate the man from the family, welfare, dependency. Voting class that will vote for you for 100 years, even though you didn't do shit for them, and you put their men in jail, and you subjugate their women and all that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a yellow symbol for this video. But do I got anything else that is here? J Flo says Malcolm said to never trust a white liberal. Oh yeah, you know what, J Flo? Here you go. Let's see here. I'm playing one more time for everybody. For everybody. I'm already sharing the screen. I'm already sharing the screen. Oh, here we go.
These are parrots that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. Being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things. I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
And I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods.
There we go. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play that one video one more time, bro. One more time with the brother, man. Where is it at?
Black conservative who said in those 3 chapters that he voted in 1964 for Barry Goldwater. But why did Alex Haley take out those 3 chapters? Alex Haley did not want the American people, especially black folk, to know that Malcolm was a black conservative. You are talking about the synagogue of Satan. And I'm going to say this before we close out. The Audubon Ballroom, where Malcolm died on the 21st of February, 1965. The week before Malcolm's death, That ballroom was bought by a security company out of London called Serco, S-E-R-C-O. The same company had that's another topic for another day. See, these rabbit holes, and to the average person, I'm going to say this and let you go. I don't mean to wear you out. To the average person, they think this is crazy. So wait a minute. Serco bought the Audubon Ballroom, and then the day after Malcolm's death on the 22nd, they sold it back to the city of New York.
Coincidence.
That's it. Yeah. And so I'm going to say is the Nation of Islam created the atmosphere for the assassination of Malcolm X. But I don't believe Louis Farrakhan or people in the Nation of Islam was a part of the conspiracy. It was a combination of the CIA, the FBI, and a rogue element within the NYPD called BOSSI, the Bureau of Special Investigations. They had set up cops to be a part of Malcolm's, organization, Muslim mosque temple. And so they infiltrated Malcolm because Malcolm was exposing the Luciferic heptagon, septagon deep state. Malcolm was a black conservative. And that is my end today of the immaculate deception of history.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
But shh, don't tell no.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That's my riff for tonight, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in on this Cali West late night after pill, yo. Jay Flo says Malcolm saw through the bull-ish. He sure did, man. He sure did. And he was talking about them liberals from way back then, man, letting them, not giving them giving them the boys hell, man. My boy Monk Dan says salute, man. I appreciate all y'all boys, and I appreciate you for tuning in, Monk Dan. Yeah, man, I mean, like I said, check out what Socrates says about voting and see what he kind of believes. And by the way, too, you know what? If y'all don't mind if I riff for a little bit, have y'all seen this movie called Nefarious? Have y'all ever heard of this movie? Man, look, I seen this movie the other day, bro. This movie was fucking so dope. And you know how I found out about this movie? Have you ever heard of y'all know about the Thinking Man Templar? The dude who's Coach Greg Adams bought his what he bought? He bought his I forgot which I think it was an R1. I forgot what bike it was. But he bought, I don't know, it's not a Gixxer. But I forgot which bike, but but Coach Rick Adams bought a sports bike from this dude named Thinking Man Templar on YouTube. But Thinking Man Templar had his little interlude where he had this movie called Nefarious on it, bruh. And yo, that movie, I watched that shit the other day. Yo, man, that shit was the shit. What is it at? Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the picture. But this movie here. Have y'all ever seen Nefarious before? Oh shit. Oh, Monk Dan says a few more. He says, Jay Flo says great convo. Monk Dan says Socrates also had he had a bedroom fun with he was Socrates was PDFing. Monk Dan also says Socrates also neglected his family. He said, I'll check it out. Oh, Jay Flo says, I'll check it out. Monk Dan says Socrates also looked negatively on other races. Okay. Hey, you're the one who's big on philosophy, not me. But the thing is that I took philosophy when I was in college, and I kind of liked philosophy a little bit. I kind of like having your own philosophy. I kind of like the idea of philosophy. But you know what this chick told me before too? And I know we shouldn't be listening to females, but she said something that kind of stuck with me for a long time. Oh, then Monk Dan said, would Socrates be considered LIB? I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I'm just referring to the fact that Socrates, why he did not believe that everyone should have the right to vote. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that we should live like Socrates. And remember, Greece is all on that reading rainbow stuff. J Flo says Da Vinci had apprentices. Right. Right. Now, what I do want to say is, and also what is funny is you say that. Well, Joe Biden looked negative on black people, and you know what I'm saying? And guess what? Black people still voted for him. Joe Biden went to the Grand Wizard of the KKK's funeral and said that he was a good person, bro. I don't know. Now, with that being said, let's go back to my original point. This movie Nefarious was good. And I can almost kind of feel like the reason why they don't talk about Nefarious is because there's a part in the movie where they mention early deletion, right? And what they said about early deletion was the fact that they said that was red rum. They said that was homicide. That was like, that was, and basically the dude, long story short is the guy who's nefarious, he mentions this, right? To the guy he believes that is like murder, right? And old boy said it's not. He said, it's her body, her choice, essentially. And the dude laughed. And he said, he said back in, I forgot what day it was. Like, I don't know if it was like the Sumerians or who they were. But back in one of those ancient cultures, but basically in these ancient cultures, way before the birth of Christ, essentially had child sacrifice, right? And it's true, because think about it. If you look at throughout history, there's a lot of people who was into paganistic stuff, right? And child sacrifice was one of them. Think about it. It is a form of child sacrifice. Think about it. You're sacrificing the child so the mother lives. You're sacrificing the child so the mother has a better life. You're sacrificing the child so the mother doesn't have to go through a hard life. Literally, like, sacrifice. Why did they have the early deletion? They're sacrificing something, right? If they left it alone, it'll still grow, right? If they take it out, it doesn't grow on its own, right? And long story short is, in the movie Nefarious, Buddy was saying that, child sacrifice was something that it was big on. He said it was happening then and it was happening now. All they did now was, give it a cool little name, like self-claiming elimination or something. I forgot what the name is. But oh boy, in the movie, because essentially it's about a psychiatrist and an inmate, and the inmate is the one who's nefarious. And the inmate, they're under the impression that he is demented, or no, he's claiming that he's demented, and the psychologist is trying to see if the dude is crazy. But the dude clearly looks like he's sane, but he's saying some insane shit. Well, he's saying some stuff that makes him seem like he's insane, but he's saying some stuff that he's clearly sane, right? Long story short is, one of the stories say he said that the ancient Sumerians or somebody erected a statue of their god or their demigod or whoever it was, like holding hands like this or something like that, or his hands out like this or something. Long story short is, because they used to just throw, the babies into the fire, into the flame, right? But what they used to do is, I guess, they made a shrine, and they had like hands, like bronze hands, and basically the bronze hands was set. They'll have like fire, a blaze of fire under these bronze hands, and basically what they'll do is just drop the babies onto the hands, and because it was so hot, he said that the babies will willfully roll over into the flame. And I was like, what? But yo, that might be why people don't really even talk about this movie Nefarious, bro. Because they kind of had a pro-choice kind of sentiment in the movie. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched it, because I'm not going to go any further why it even got to the point of there was even talking about self-deletion in the first place. You will have to watch it yourself. But I almost feel, because of the fact that it was kind of, no, I'm sorry, not pro-choice, pro-life. Since it was technically pro-life, or they had that pro-life portion in that movie. Yo, they don't even talk about this movie, bro. But this movie was great, dude. It's a good movie. It's a fucked up movie. It's good, but they talk about the same things that Monk Dan was talking about. See, he's here to talk about, there's two wings, same birds, and all that stuff. They doing the same stuff, even though one party believes that you should allow kids to change their gender, but then one doesn't. One says that illegals should come across this country and take jobs from black people. Another party says we should keep illegals out of the country so black people can keep their job. How are they the same, Monk Dan? Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm a little low-key disappointed that you even could say that. And you're an intelligent dude. Like, you're a clearly intelligent dude, but how can you say that when it, like, two wings of the same bird? Well, it is the United States. We are all, look, the truth is, two wings of the same bird. Maybe in theory you're right, because guess what? We all are in this together, but guess what? Wings are supposed to go at the same time. Wings that go at the same time are not going to get any propulsion to fly, bruh. You can't take off. The wings have to be in unison, bruh. So there's two wings, but look, it might be the same bird, but the wings are going in different directions, bruh. They're going in different directions. You can't keep saying that. And I'm actually almost I'm like, low-key, I'm a little surprised at you, bruh. I'm a little surprised that you would just take that stance. I just kind of feel like that's just, especially from a philosopher, for a philosophy man, such as yourself. I believe that's just a little like, I don't know. I just kind of believe I just believe that's just the easy way out, man. Two wings of the same bird. I just believe that people just kind of say that because they're kind of scared to unmask the truth about, what it says about the world and what they say about what they have to confront about with themselves, Now, J Flo says family court created to take father's soul. Oh, of course. Man, look, the family court was created to take everybody's soul. Just like public school, man. Public school was made to either get you ready for jail or for prison. That's why schools have essentially haven't changed in over 100 years. But private schools are much different. Private schools focus on you. Private schools don't try to have, dudes, reading rainbow dudes trying to dance for you and reading you books and shit like that. Monk Dan says at J Flow, and a man's money. Oh, well, dude, they want it all, man. They want it all. He said Monk Dan said the taxes may vary, but the intentions are the same. They're not, Monk Dan. They're not. I had to be honest with you. I'm not gonna agree with you. Here's the thing. Their intentions are not the same. Look, one party, we didn't have a war in Ukraine. Another party, we had a war in Ukraine. They're not the same, bro. J Flo says, just don't get married. Shout out to J Flo. Hey, he's the Al Bundy of the righteous sphere. Mr. O 70 comes through and he says, salute. I appreciate you for checking in, G. Yeah, man. Like, you know, like I said, it ain't my job, or you know what I'm saying, to sway anyone's opinion, but it is my job to set shit straight. You feel me? And I'm gonna set shit straight with talking points. I'm not gonna say, you know, oh, you know, they're not the same. I'm gonna explain to you what the stark differences is, to the point that even an intelligent man like Malcolm X, even he knew the liberals is full of shit. And you know what's so funny too? Because Malcolm X didn't say that conservatives love black people. He didn't say the conservatives were necessarily the good guys, but he did mention that at the same time, just because the white guys be nice to you, just because they want to be nice to you, just because they kind of celebrate your holidays, doesn't mean that they're for you. J Flo says, I just crossed 21 years of marriage, hard time. Man, hey, salute to you, my G.
My nigga.
Yeah, man. You know, salute to you, my G. That's actually a good thing, man. And it's funny you just say that too, because I was telling my brother, who was much older than me. Well, not much older than me, like probably 2 to 3 years. But he is, you know, he's all settled down with his woman. He's been with her for a while. And I told him straight up, I was like, yo, man, straight up and down, I'm too old to date. Unless the chick is like 25, 26, 27, 28. But like me dating another 40-year-old chick would be kind of stupid. Look, I don't mind. Look, I could be dealing with a 40-year-old chick, and I might take her out to eat. Shit, we might even go out of town or something like that. We might we might even go out of town. I might even treat her nice and buy her stuff. But I just don't believe that men should really do that up front for no 40-year-old chick. I'm sorry, bro. I just kind of feel like you're 40, I'm 40. We should already kind of know what we want, to whether we like each other enough to even take it to the next level. But I'm not gonna fucking wine and dine you like you're a fucking 21-year-old. Shit, that shit done came, sailed, and gone and sunk. J Flo says, thanks, Callie. It's a gift and a curse. Yes, sir. Man, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate Monk Dan. I appreciate J Flo. I appreciate XL Pro. I appreciate everybody checking in. P. Francis. Shit, Mr. O slid through. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody? J Flo. I appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just hope I just gave you some food for thought. You feel me? But with that being said, your boy Callie about to be out of here. I got a early day tomorrow, man. I can't keep waking up late. Peace.